Now, okay, now I've started the recording. So now, for FX for text now, there, if you complete the installation, you will see 3 files at this navigator button: FX Vortex A, and Vortex Dash. This is it. So if you install this FX Vortex Dash, that is the dashboard for you to see some parameters. But we really don't need it for our speculation. So we can just go to indicator list and remove it, delete it from our indicator list. Now, let's check the difference. Now, for the FX Vortex and FX Vortex A, they are literally the same thing, but with different configurations. If you use FX Vortex A, that means you want to trade in a more aggressive manner. Now, let's try to run it on it. See, you see the number of signals that was taken for this FX Vortex is this USD JPY on 5 minutes. Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 9. 9 different signals taken, as we can see here. 9 different signals. Now, let's check. Now, let's remove it and check FX Vortex. Go to indicator list again. Sorry. Go to indicator list. Then click on this and delete. Now, let's check FX Vortex. Now, for the FX Vortex, how many signals was this able to prove? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we see the difference? So that is it. For FX Vortex A, it tends to trade in a more aggressive manner. And I will suggest that if we are trading, we just use just the FX Vortex. That's the conservative one, not the aggressive
FX
one.
Vortex.
Yes, not the conservative one. Now, having said that, now let's go to the other page where we have all other indicators installed. Yeah, this is it where we have all of them. You can see the FX Vortex here as well. This is currency power. This is CSM.
CSM.
Yeah, this is symbol changer and the rest. Then we have some of these here. We have some of other indicators here as well. So I'll begin to explain one after the other. If you want to know the number of indicators I put here, just go to indicator list, right click, go to indicator list. You see all the lists here. So in this, so we have the breakout, enter, FX Vortex A, currency power. Then I'm here to put RJ10. Now let me put RJ10 now for more confirmation. Sorry, TJ10, sorry. So this is it. We need all these indicators for more confirmation. Can we see now? We have those confirmations. So right now, let me put this one back. So our CSM is not completely shown here, as in it's shown, but there is still a part that is yet to be shown. So we will just move this to this very side so it can contain a bit wider space. So you can see now that it has more spaces here that can show all the currencies from the strongest to the weakest.
Okay.
And looking at this currency power, you notice that both this currency power is working, and the CSM itself is serving not only as currency strength meter, is serving as currency power, is serving as indicator strength, is also serving as pair changers. When you click on this, on all this, you can change your pairs. For instance, this is Aussie Swiss franc. If you want to change it, that means it's on this portion at the moment. So if you want to change it from Aussie Swiss franc to, let's say, for instance, Canadian JPY, just click on this. Can we see that? That's taken to Canadian. The function of this symbol changer, it will do it for you right here. But there are times that the signals are not always strong. If the signals are not always strong, it's just better to install this symbol changer, so it will give you more accurate result. If you notice, when we change this, all these parameters did not show. They will still show, but it takes longer time for them to show. But when you use symbol changer, it gives you more accurate time. Can you see? It will give you more accurate time. It brings out all those things without any delay. Do you understand? That's the essence. Can you see now? Instead of changing the symbol with this, so now this CSM is serving more than 3 rows, as you can see, more than 3 rows. It's serving as currency strength meter itself. This is the strength meter. Can you see there? The strength meters, meaning that in each of those time frames, it is showing us the strength. It's showing us the strength in each of those time frames. And the advantage of this one is that it shows you from 1 minute to 1 month. In the previous CSM we showed in that video, it showed from 15 minutes to 4 hours. But this one goes from 1 minute to 1 month. Can we see that? Now, that is the standard time frame for trade, where used by many brokers. Now, apart from that, it's showing the currency power. Apart from that, it's showing the pairs volume and pairs power. Then, apart from that, it's showing symbol changing 4 in 1. Do we understand that now? So it's so awesome. Now, how do we trade with it? That is where we are going. Now, if you want to trade, any day you want to trade, the first thing you have to look out is just to watch the direction of your strength meters. Now, currency strength meters now is telling us that pounds is the strongest, while Swiss franc is the what? Weakest. When you check this currency of the strongest against the weakest, there is no doubt you are going to find a bullish movement. Now, let's check it out now. Pounds, Swiss franc, this is it. Boom. What do we see? We are seeing an uptrend. Can you see? An uptrend, an uptrend. Meaning that this trade, if you had started with it, now when we check the time, this is 1 hour right now. Now let's check when today began, when today's trade began. Let's just say today's time. This is 06, okay? Okay. This is 12 in the midnight. This is 12 in the midnight. Can we see? This is 12 in the midnight. That was when it started. And from today, there was a little reversal this morning up till around 5 or 6 o'clock. Can we see? No, up till around 5. But after that 5, what happened? It started what? Started going up. Can we see that now? It started going up, up, up. Now, let's do that. Now, let's check another one. You can see this pounds JPY. This is pounds JPY. Let's check what's happening in pounds JPY. Now, oh, sorry. Okay, this is pounds, this is JPY. Can we see? So this is the strongest against the second weakest. Now, if you check the trend too, what you will see is an uptrend as well. What do you see here now? It is going up. Can we see? It is going after much rally here. Then it is now going up. This is under confirmation here, telling us that this is going up. Can we see that? That's currency strength meter. Now, if you cannot use this volume to check, just come to this side. This is pounds JPY, meaning that anything you see here, if you want to trade any day, I will advise you to trade the first 3 currencies here, the strongest, or the weakest 3 currencies here. If you notice, all these ones are not too red. They are not too reddish, but this is very, very green. That's 0.34%. That means it is on a very strong bullish trend. Do you understand? So if you want to trade this pounds JPY, CAD JPY, CAD CHF, I would advise we trade this. Even the weakest ones here are not so weak. They are not so weak. So I would advise, because anything you see in the middle here that is whitish, that means they are ranging. They are going up and down. Let's check this one. Pounds AUD. Can you see now? It's a ranging market. Can we see? It's a ranging market. Do you understand? So because we are checking on 1 hour, you understand? That is why if you check on 4 hours, it's going to give you another chart entirely. So you must know the time frame you are working on. Now, for you to now make money from it, this is what you do. After confirming your strengths, that means after confirming your the currency with the strongest power and currency with the weakest power, like I mentioned, the first thing you have to do is just take out these first three and take out these last three. Write them out. That means those are the currencies you want to trade at that particular point. Now, it's not as if you can't trade the rest, but these three already gives you a clue of where the direction is going. And if you are trading, the most important thing is for you to know your trend. Do you get it? Know your trend. That's the first thing. Now, let's go to pounds JPY now. You can see this is a bullish, right? This is bullish. Now, let's go to pounds JPY. Now, we are going to pounds JPY. Any confirmation that gives us buy, that is when we have to buy. Any confirmation that gives us buy. Anything that comes around today that says we should sell, when pounds JPY is still at the strongest here, we ignore it. That means it is noise or retracement at that moment. Do we understand? Now let's go to pounds JPY. Boom. This pounds JPY now, this is strongest. Now on 4 hours, there's an indicator here telling us to buy. Now, if we have bought from this point where the arrow is to the point it is at the moment, that means we have 9 pips already made. But trust me, let's watch this trade very well. I'll still do a video after this presentation, maybe in the afternoon, in the evening. This would have flown up more than this. Let's see where it is. Let's mark it down. This is on the price 153.160. Let's note it. This is the price from now, 153.160. 153.160. So we've noted that price. Let me change that color. So maybe something this color. So this is the price. Do we get it? So after, I just want to confirm to us how this thing works. Do we understand now? So good. Now, if you now want to pick your trade, we don't need to know that where is the direction. The CSM has already told us the direction, but want to know when we want to pick our trades. You now go to a lower time frame, like 15 minutes. Can you see? Now imagine you pick a trade from this 15 minutes here. Do you know how many pips you would have made? That is, you would have made about, this is 40 pips up to this layer before you saw another signal. Because when you are using all these indicators, combo indicators, anytime you see a confirmation signal from what CSM has told you, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, okay. This CSM is telling us that pounds JPY is on the bullish trend. Now, this signal, this TJ10 signal is now confirming to us that we should start your trade here, pick it here. Do you understand? When it told you to pick your trade here, it is on this, at this point that trade was picked. Do you understand? If you check the number of pips that it moved from this point to the highest layer, this is 39 pips. And it's still going up, as you can see here. It's still going very, very high. Don't worry, we've noted this. We'll show it maybe after 2 or 3 hours. That's the essence of this. Do you understand? And this is telling you that, look at this indicator. It's telling you that from 1 minute to 1 month, That means it is mostly strong. Can you see? It's mostly, even when you see a little, when you see red, it's a little red, not much red. Do we understand that now? So good.
Okay.
Now, going back to it now, you can pick your trade when you see here. At this moment, as it is now, I will advise us not to pick a trade at this moment because we've not seen any other confirmation signal telling us to pick, because we are already late in this market, because we have early market, middle market, and late market. For this time frame, is already a late market. Do you understand? Until we see another fresh signal telling us to enter. Do we understand that now? But if you can go to a lower time frame, it might be a late market in 15 minutes, but when you go to 4 hours, in 4 hours, if you see this, the market has not even begun. That means it is still trending all in 4 hours, trying to break this support here. This is support. Can you see? And when you see anything that breaks this support here, then it's a very strong support because it has touched how many? It is support to all this here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points, touching 4 points on 4 hours. Meaning that if this, resistance rather, 4 points on this resistance point, meaning that if this resistance is broken, then it's going to go very, very long, confirming what our CSM is telling us. Do we understand that now? But if you want to pick, we already know direction, you go to lower time frame to pick. 15 minutes is a better time frame to pick your trade, because when you go to 5 minutes and 1 minute, there are more noise in 5 minutes and 1 minute. Do we understand that now? Now, going to that 15 minutes, look at this. At this point, this is where the FX vortex started here. FX vortex here told us to buy. That's, you have TP1, TP2, TP3. Is FX vortex correct now or not? It is correct. At this point, FX vortex was correct up till TP1. But if you look at it critically, you understand? At this point, you just have to get out of the market. But right now, we are not using just only FX vortex. Do we understand that? As we are using all other indicators as well. But if you are wearing your shoes, even if FX vortex tells me to buy at this point, I've not seen any other confirmation telling me to buy, because the last 2 confirmations I had there, even 3 confirmations. This is entry indicator telling me to sell. This is what's it called? Breakout signal telling me to sell. This is TJ10 telling me to sell. 3 different indicators telling me to sell. What happened afterwards? Started coming down up to the time when we saw another signal here telling us what to buy, which is, this one is entry indicator. Then breakout told us to buy from here, and TJ10 told us to buy from here. Do we understand? So when you have multiple confirmations, you have multiple profits eventually, and you have more certainty to your speculations. Do we understand that now? So good.
Yes.
Now, for this pounds JPY, for instance, I won't pick my trade there, just like I told you, because it is retracing at this moment. It's still retracing. So once it finished that retracement and another signal pops up, I follow it immediately. Do you understand? Now I am explaining as if I don't understand Forex at all. I just want to work with those indicators. Do you get it? As if I don't understand Forex. But if I understand a bit of Forex, all I watch out is, apart from that indicator, I watch out for a candlestick pattern. That's price action movement. You can see from here, I won't doubt if we see, a signal telling us to come down here, because there is a rejection here. This is a rejection here. This is a rejection. They call it doji. So that's why you have it there. Even if the overall trend is up, you don't expect it to continue to go up and up and up and up. It will go up a bit, it will come down, it will go up, it will come down, it will go up, it will come down. So right now it is coming down. That's why we said it involves a training. Now, if we have purchased the auto board and just, sorry, the indicators, and you say, oh, let me just enter. If you enter at this point, to you, and you see that the overall trend is buy, that is when you buy at this one, what is happening at the moment? That means you'll be losing money at this time. Though it will still go in your favor, but at the very moment, you'll be losing money for now. So it is best to follow the indicator when they are freshest. Do you understand that now? Now let me go to Euro AUD for another example. I'm still going to pick my trade, of course, but I'm not picking at this moment. Let me go to 5 minutes. Let me see what's happening on 5 minutes. You can see on 5 minutes, what's it telling me? It is telling me sell. This one, this is the first one, this entry indicator tells me sell. Now this is breakout telling me sell. But all this sell is going to be short-lived because the viral trend is up. Look at this short. Look at this sell. How many pips? Very small pips. Look at this. From here to here. Can we see just 8 pips? Now look at the buy. Every buy you see will go, this is 17 pips. Now look at the sell again. This another sell. How many pips? We have 17 pips. Now look at the buy. 53 pips. Can you see that? Because the overall trend is up. So you must not follow the signal that tells you down, because that time it is retracing. Anytime that signal comes up that, sorry, you will not follow any signal that tells you sell. But anytime signal comes up that tells you buy, you go in fully. Do you understand? You go in fully. Now, let's look at Euro AUD now. So if you want to do this, you always check the smaller time frame, like 15 minutes. You understand? To pick your trade. 15 minutes to pick your trade anytime. So once you're over, you see the overall trend, you go to 15 minutes to start picking your trade, and you opt out when you see the reverse of it. Now, let's, for instance, you've entered a trade here. Do you understand? And it now goes up to this point, and you see this signal. What do you have to do? Get out of the market. You wait again till you see an up signal again, you join it again. Do you understand? But in most cases, when you see the first signal, you understand, go with small lot size. When you see the second signal, go with small lot size. When you see the third signal, enter big time. Do you understand? Because if the third signal comes in most cases, it's telling you that to go. Look at this. Even after that third signal, it still came down. All this are noise. But what happened eventually? It eventually went up. Do we understand that now? So that's good. Now, I want to do an example of this Euro AUD. Let's check Euro AUD. Yeah, this is it. Now, Euro AUD on 15 minutes down. When you check your overall trend, is going to be down. And this down movement started when? Let's check these dates. This was 2nd of August. That was when it started. That was when it started. It wasn't even, that was, yes, 2nd of August, 4 o'clock. That was when it started. And it's still in the downward direction. Do you understand? But right now, when you want to trade this Euro A, just like we mentioned the other time, you know that the viral trend of this is down. So you go to a lower time frame and see. Well, now imagine we have been watching that market when today is 10, as at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we saw this. As at 6 o'clock in the morning, we saw this. We have entered that market as at 6 a.m. this morning. What would have happened? That means we would have made, let me see the number of pips that would have made. Would have gone with 46 pips from morning till now. From morning till now, would have gone with 46 pips. Do you understand? And if you can notice something here, we are yet to see any reversal indicator. that means that we are still on track. We may not close our trade. But for some that understand, the technical analysis, I may cut my trade here because I'm seeing the first rejection, second rejection, third rejection. So even if that signal will still come, or you better still go to a lower time frame again to see, oh, on a lower time frame, we've seen the reversal here. So what do we have to do? We get out of the market. We get out of the market, waiting for a time when another down signal will come. I hope with this explanation, you'll be able to, trade very efficiently with CSM and all other indicators. If you have any question, please don't please kindly ask a question if you have any.
Okay, this CSM, I think there's a way we can edit this, the symbol changer, the column here. When I installed mine, is not this GP, this one showing the strength meter, this one showing the strength. The greenish one is not
Show me, share your screen, please. Let me check. Share your screen.
My system is almost done. Okay,
others can learn. What do you say?
My system is almost done, but I'll share it now. Just
okay.
I'll share your screen first, then I'll share mine.
Hold on, please.
Okay.
You can share it now. Are you still seeing my screen?
No, I'm not seeing your screen, and I'm sharing mine now.
Okay, I won't be able to see, but let me stop mine. Okay. Yeah, I've stopped mine. Okay.
Okay, I mean this column. You see, mine is smaller.
No, just drag it down. Just drag it down. Yeah. Yes. Drag it down. Yes. To meet up good. Can you see now?
It's still.
No. That's the right one. If you see my own screen too, that's the way it is. But you don't have symbol changer. That's why. Don't worry. You've paid for. You've subscribed for it. Definitely will be sent to you. The symbol changer will be sent to you. You subscribe for all the indicators, including the symbol changer. It will be sent to you in 24 hours.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's still not wider as yours. Look at this JP. The boxes are not wider. Yeah.
I think it's in the settings, not the system, because all that is supposed to show is showing. Do you get me? All that is supposed to show is showing. If you notice very well. Now look at mine now, for instance. If I widen that space, hello? Hello? Okay, if you widen this space now, understand, since it is showing all the configurations that you need to trade, then the rest is history. What is most important is for you to see all. What's important here is to see every part of the CSM that you use in trading.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. And if you check your screen, you notice that it captures everything, right? It's just that it's a bit smaller. Yeah.
Yes,
that's the most important thing. Yes. Try to capture it. I want to believe now that you can fly with these indicators. So
okay, I should not mind the size of the box. It doesn't
no, you don't need to mind the size of the box. You understand?
Because I've tried editing, I've tried making it bigger. Okay.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Since it's
I'm sorry, my system is down, that is why
I had to join
Okay,
through my.
okay. No problems, no problem. So no problem. So at this point, we've come to the end of the presentation. So you can leave your comments in the personally in the send me message in the personal WhatsApp message. So if you have any further questions, so I wish everyone the very best of luck. Um, thank you so much for
Thank you very much.
attending.
Can we pick a trade now and let's see how
Okay, yeah,
try.
good. Let's pick a trade now. Now look at this. Look at this now. This is I've not these are not the best time for me to pick a trade at the moment because the overall trend, one rule is this: never trade against the trend. Never ever, no matter how enticing that trade is. Now look at this now. It's enticing that we go up, right?
Yeah.
But the overall trend is what? The overall trend is down. Can you see? Is it Euro AUD is among the first three down?
Okay.
So
yeah, to sell.
even yes, the main thing is for us to sell here. Because even if you buy here, you'll be buying at a very small, you'll be risking more when you are buying. Because telling us the overall trend now is sell. If you have, that is why if you are using this, most of the time, please always watch your trade from like 4 a.m. in the morning, like 3, 4 a.m. Most times you catch
in
those
Nigerian
train,
time. Okay, we are
Nigerian
working
time.
with
Yes,
our country
3, 4 a.m.
Nigerian
Nigerian
time.
time. 3, 4 a.m. Nigerian time. 3, 4, 5, 6 Nigerian time. That's when you catch those trade early. I can show you some things here that when you want to catch those trends, those morning trend early, it is that time. You understand? 4, 5, 6. That's when you catch those trends. Look at this one now. This one started. This one started. That is 6:30 in the morning. This 8:30. This started 6:30 in the morning. Let's check Aussie card here. This Aussie card here. What's Aussie? Is Aussie card part of where is it? No, it's a ranging market because it's not even found in top 3 or last 3. Can we see? Can you see that Aussie card? You can see it's a rally market. So you don't even go there. You don't even go there. Now let's look at card Swiss franc. Card Swiss franc. This card Swiss franc. Can you see? Card Swiss franc is an uptrend. Let's see when the big move. Let me go to 1 hour. Let's see when the big move started. Okay, let me go to 15 minutes. Let's see when the big move started today. This is 6. Okay, this is today, right? This is 9. Today is 10. 10:08. Okay, at 10:08, it came down a bit. Then at this is 7:45 means 5:45. At 5:45, that was when the train started. Do you understand? And it began to move. Can we see that? And it began to move. Now we can begin to say, let's check this Euro USD.
Because 7:45 means 5:45. That's
Yes.
2 hours.
2 hours. Yes, 2 hours different. Now let's
The timing
check.
on here is 2 hours
2 hours
difference to
difference.
Nigerian time.
Yes. So let's check Euro, depending on the broker that we are using, because this is FBS, that is why it's 2 hours. Some you can reset it to actually make it more time. Let's go to Euro USD. Where's Euro USD? Oh, okay, this is Euro USD. Okay, let's check. Euro USD is downtrend, right? 15 minutes. Now let's go to 1 hour time frame. When did the big move start? This is a big move here. This is 8 o'clock. Let's see. This was 6th of August. Today is 10. We are looking at 10. Okay. This is it. Look at when the big move started. This is today. Do you understand? Then it started, it went down. Since it started today till now, do you know that it has moved 42 pips downwards? So at this time of the day, it is trying to readjust itself, maybe retrace, not following that direction. If you want to get the best time to enter a trade, then just don't enter a trade because you want to enter a trade. Do you understand? You will minimize your risk. Now, if I want to enter a trade again, I can come around 3 when what's it called? When we have another session. You understand? You know, we have different sessions. We have New York, we have Tokyo, we have London session. You understand? Yeah, we have 4 different kinds of different session types. You understand? So at this time, I can wait till around 2:30. Now he's trying to form. If you notice all those pairs, they are trying to form either support or resistance or moving towards a trend line at this point. So around that 2:33, you understand, then you begin to see an action. As at that time, indicators will begin to surface where I will follow. Now this is Euro card, for instance. This is Euro card. Is there an uptrend or a downtrend? Let's check. Euro card. Euro card, Euro card, Euro card. Euro card. Oh, sorry. This is a downtrend here. And we have a buy signal here. Will you enter it or you wait? You will never enter it. You hold on to get a sell signal. That's just, hope you understand it very well now.
Okay,
so at this point, most of those trades are retracing at this moment, but we enter when we are supposed to fly. So thank you very much for this training. Thank you for the attendance. I hope you'll be able to benefit be able to benefit maximally. So go out there, rock your Forex world, make money from brokers. Don't let brokers make money from you. I wish all of us the very best of luck. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Have a good day ahead. Bye.
Thank you, sir.